Hey, what's up? Getting it all situated still. The idea of this is I'm going to be working in my warehouse for the next few hours. And I know a lot of people... What the heck? Will it switch? Nope, won't switch. I know a lot of people have a difficult time finding the motivation to list. And so just watch me list. And we'll do this together. Oh boy. This is a lot. Okay, this is gonna work, right, mate? Nope, not gonna work. Okay, good enough. Good enough to go. And basically, I guess I can pull it up on my computer too. There's not gonna be any like plot or design to this. It's just motivation. If you are listing things on the weekend, sometimes it gets boring and you get like, kind of isolated. Where the heck? Okay. You get kind of isolated and like you don't feel like it's just kind of lonely. And so hopefully with some background noise like this, like me listing things, you can have a little background noise. There's no other way to put it really. It's just there's a word for it. I don't know, there's some word for just like noises, It's good to have like background noise at all. So what I'm doing here is going through clothes and organizing them by size and cut, just women's jeans. And then after that, it's going to be going through just like the death pile back there, listing on eBay, or actually sorting first and then listing afterwards. And then what my phone is sitting on is a pallet, and I've got 9 pallets here of used electronics, and so we're going to be going through all the used electronics, testing for power on, prepping, etc., etc. I see there's about 15 people here right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll check back intermittently. Mostly it's going to be just the kind of thing where like leave this live stream on, and then it will, it'll, I don't know, keep you accountable for listing or whatever, because it's really easy to get distracted and, go onto social media or read the news or just watch movies or whatever. Whatever it is, my intention for this is to have it kind of live here on YouTube, and it's going to be like an 8-hour video, and so I wouldn't expect anyone watches all of it. But you can pop in and pop out. I'll just be here. I showed this a little while ago. It's pretty cool. It's like a Notorious B.I.G. Elmo shirt, and it's new with tags. And so what I'm doing again is there's a few things I'm going to sell individually, list them individually on eBay, and then most of it though is going to go in lots, or it's going to go to Aardvark lots, or it's going to go to swap.com. But this is the kind of thing where I'll list this by itself, and it should get around $50. Good, it's new with tags. Used to be like 25 region. Kind of cool pair of like vintage Tommy jeans. They have the cool carpenter strap right there. Women's 18. And so the way I organize these is 29 inches. I do the waist size, and then I by inches, so 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 as far as like the waist diameter goes. And then once they're all divided by waist size, then I go by cut. And so basically it's like either skinny or loose. If they're either skinny jeans, straight cut and relaxed, and depending on which it is, those go into lots, and they go 30-inch waist, 24-inch inseam, whatever it is. And that just helps them move a lot faster. Although some brands like this, like LRG, the way they're cut, they're very, very loose and baggy, and it's not going to be like the same. Like, you're not going to sell a pair of Levi's 569 and a pair of LRG jeans to the same customer, just because different customer habits, although they are cut very similar. but this would go probably by itself as well, just because LRG jeans go for a slight premium. Not huge, but not like the smallest. Yeah. Same with these Monarchies men's jeans. Anything with like really heavy embroidery on the back pocket like that is going to be most likely a better brand. Whenever they're putting more work into it, really, it's not. There's no like. I'm not going to guarantee you that all jeans with a embroidered back pocket are worth more, but it's just kind of like a rule of thumb. See the questions. Is there an Iron Man award for making it to the end of the video? No, there's not. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm just going to do this until I get bored, and then I'm going to go work out. So it's not there's no. This video is going to have a very improvisational tone to it. You'll quickly realize that. I thought I had more women's jeans over there somewhere. Where'd they go? I think this whole bin here, this list by itself, these are all like outerwear or like vintage items. $33. 33. 29. Then the second step is going to be to measure the inseam or the length of the jeans. And then once you have your measurements down, it becomes more easy to sell them in lots. I really don't like how women's jeans are so confusing, though. They've got the size and they have the measurement of the inseam or the waist, but it's not very standardized at all. It's even like amongst like the sizes, there's such a wild variance amongst brands. It's very dumb. Does not make sense. This is a pair of men's jeans. No, wait. I can't even tell. These are men's jeans, I think. No, they're not. You can usually tell by the zipper, but like these low-rise jeans, sometimes the zipper is so small and you can't even tell. Most of the brands I'm selling are like Levi's or like comparable brands. There's just not as much money in like American Eagle selling lots of those. This is the most tedious part. It's the prepping. But it's important. You know, you gotta do this. This is part of the business. is getting things set up in a way that helps them move faster and more organized. Let's see. Whoops. 35. Let's go down here. Liverpool Jeans Company. I've never even heard of this brand. Liverpool Jeans. With that, it's really hit or miss. Like anything with like a tinge of like Britishness or whatever is always going to go for more. I feel like, because there's this sense of like British things cost more, so of course the quality's higher. 32. And so like even all you got to do is throw the Union Jack flag on the side, and it's going to go for more money. Oh, here's another pair of Liverpool jeans. I hope they're the same size. A lot of times you're going to find like one person donated like 15 pairs of jeans or whatever. And then you just buy them all up and sell them right away. It's a lot easier that way than having to go through and sort them like this. But I got these jeans from like a dollar day at the thrift stores, and so I bought, you know, 1,000 pairs of jeans for $1 a piece. And they were from like 8 different stores. And so it was, I didn't have the luxury of like, oh, okay, I'll just pick and choose like 5 pairs here that match and 5 pairs there. I just grabbed them all and went to the next store because it was the sale was not going on forever. And so I had to hit as many stores as I could. 34. But yeah, listing jeans individually is such a pain. I really hate it. Like, the only jeans I'll sell individually are, like, True Religion or a comparable brand, or, like, some Salvage Jeans. I found a pair of cool Lucky Brand dungarees Salvage Jeans. Actual Salvage, not, like, the fake Salvage. A lot of times you're going to see, like, it's like a Salvage imitation where they sew down part of the interior of the jean leg, or the hem or whatever. 32. But that was not the case with these. They actually have, like, the individual 2 lines down. Let me see. I saw some more questions pop up. Do you ever sell blazers or suits? Sets are separate? No, I don't. I own a bunch. I send them into swap, but I've never listed them myself because there's so many measurements and just like it's such a tedious thing. I don't like it very much. I realize I can't. I usually have music playing in the warehouse, but I can't do that on a live stream. Or I guess I could, but I couldn't do it on you know, YouTube. It'd have to be on like the Facebook group or something. I might do that. I might go on the Facebook group later and then turn the music up, because usually I've got like an audiobook or something going, but I'm pretty sure that YouTube has like some sort of filter for these live streams where they can say like, oh, this person's just live streaming like a certain TV show or it's like an album, and they get shut down. And I do not want this channel shut down. That would be that'd be contrary to my intentions and efforts. You never want that, right? You always want to be full force, linear movement. Big Star. Yeah, you see, Big Star jeans got that crazy embroidery on back. I don't know who that appeals to. Just like more thread on your butt. I don't know. I can't imagine it's very comfortable to sit down on a 1/4 inch of embroidery. But what do I know? I'm not a jeans maker. Not my forte. No design aspects. Still has a tag on it still. Yeah, these jeans were originally $14, but it was a green tag sale, and so they were marked down to $1. They're Jones, New York, Lexington Street. I don't even know what the comps are on these. I don't think Jones, New York is an especially nice brand. I found a Jones, New York gift card in a book yesterday. It was for $20. So I looked on there, and a lot of like the small accessories are around 20 bucks. But I don't think it has any particularly strong resale value. I just gave the card to my girlfriend. I don't know if she's even going to use it. Or actually, I still have it, but I told her I have it. And it's been unofficially gifted to her. 34. Sometimes you'll see Levi's with the this just plain red tag on there. Those are not fake. Those are real Levi's. But what Levi's had to do was back in the early 2000s, someone was using only red tabs on the back of their jeans. And it was meant to impersonate Levi because they have that famous red tab. And they tried to sue them over it. But the judge said you don't have any ownership over this red tag, just the name. And so then they began doing the red tags only with the copyright on them. And so I think it's 1 in 8. 1 in 8 Levi's made after 2001 will have a blank red tab and only with the registered trademark on it. And then the rest will all have the just the regular Levi's tag. And then you'll also see like gray or black and white or orange tabs as well. And those aren't necessarily, they don't designate anything necessarily, although if you find like a big E pair of jeans with the orange tab on back, for example, those are worth slightly more than a red tab big E jeans in some instances, not always. 31. A lot of times too, if they're vintage jeans, the orange tab can demand a premium. Although I haven't really figured out what premium that is yet. I just know that people are more likely to buy them for more. But I haven't been able to tie down like what percentage premium you would list it at, or one would list it at potentially. 34. Wow, are these men's? No, those are women's jeans. STMB Racing, hitting up a thrift store in Houston. Awesome, man. Hope you find some good stuff. And then you come back home, and I'll still be here. And you can list it. You can list it while I list these things. Or while I think today might not even be a listing. I might just prep all day. Oh, prepping is the worst. Prepping's worse than listing. Because at least listing, there's like a sense of like, okay, I'm done. You know? There's like a sense of like finality to what you've created. 28. But nope. Not with prepping. With prepping, you just have stuff stacked in different areas. You know, if you were to come into my warehouse, you would have no clue that today's been productive. It would just look like a messy warehouse. Yeah, once it's listed, it can be sold. So it's like, all right, good. Finally, it's working. I got a bunch of mail yesterday too, so I think there's just Amazon returns. So what happened is yesterday, I guess I'll show you. These pallets all here came in, but they came in a day early. Well, actually, they were scheduled for Monday, so they came in 4 days early because it was Friday, or 3 days. And so all the things that was in this area, I had to quick throw back here because it was only me in the warehouse. No one else was working this weekend, just me. And so I was like, oh no, we don't have enough space. Like, what am I gonna do? So I quick just you know, with like a dump truck or whatever, just push it all back here. You know, it's very unorganized and it's not good, but I had to do it. Otherwise, I would have had to pay like a $2,000 fee to the shipping company to get them to take the freight back and redeliver it. It'd be a mess. So I said, okay, I'll just make sure that that everything is good. There's room, and there is room. We got it all here. It's fine, but like, it's just annoying, you know. It's annoying when you have to when things change. But that's really what being an entrepreneur is. If you're self-employed, you know, you can't plan for these things. You can't plan for a miscommunication 1,000 miles away between like two external companies. You can't do that, and so you got to be flexible, and you can't get stressed about it. Like, you can't you can't worry about anything that you can't control, you know. And that's like an easy thing to say, but it's true. So anyways, I threw all my stuff back here, including these returns. So we'll see what I got sent back from Amazon FBA. I have it automated where every month they mail me back my returns, and I have no clue what it costs. It's, you know, it's a marginal number in terms of like my revenue, so I don't stress over it. Save this bubble wrap for my shipments to Amazon FBA. Looks like we got 3 Wii games. Huh, none of these worked apparently, so we'll have to retest these. A Netgear range modifier never opened. Cell phone never opened. A Sony DVD player that they just took out of the box and mailed back to me. And then Globe Play. I don't know what this even is. I never sold one of these. This got mailed back to me in a different box. Oh, a CD player they just put in the box. That's weird. All right, well, just gotta put those in the test pile. You know, I might even just sell these on aardvarklots.com. I might just put them as returns, untested, and just sell them for like, you know, $50 or whatever. Because it's to the point now where like, to change our assembly line of like prepping and testing to put in like, okay, we have to test one CD player, just doesn't really make sense. I don't know though. I'm still trying to figure out ways to make Aardvark lots like the most profitable for me and also for you. What the heck? Is this not working? Oh, I see why. Because I unplugged my computer. Yeah. If you're here, give it a thumbs up. I'm really curious how many views this gets over like the 8 hours that it's gonna be up for or whatever. Okay, so STMB Racing said, the only problem I'm having is listing clothes I've never seen before, LOL. Trying to find something similar on eBay is almost impossible. I guess that's where my imagination comes in. Yeah, have you tried the image search function on your phone? Up in the toolbar, there's a little, or the input bar on the very, very top that you search things usually with. There's going to be a little camera. Click that. You can take a picture of the item, and you can find out similar things. I did that yesterday, or no, I did that 2 days ago with an LL Bean wool sweater. It had these weird nylon shoulder pads and elbow pads too, and I was like, what is this? It was a men's sweater, and I took a picture of it, and it's actually called the Commando Sweater. I didn't know that before. It's back there somewhere. Who knows? If I go through today, I'll make sure to pull it aside and be like, hey, here it is that I talked about 4 hours earlier. Here's the Commando Sweater. And it's all wool, and actually the comps are around 30 or 40 bucks, which is pretty cool. I picked it up for $1, and it's a large tall. I got it with the intention, hey, if I can't sell it, I'll wear it myself. But it's gonna sell, I think, for like 30 or 40 bucks shipped, which is pretty cool. I got these 2 jean jackets right here. They're both extra large as Levi's, and they have a kind of an interesting lot number. Well, this one has no lot number, and then this one has the lot number right here stamped on it. I guess I'll show you the difference. And so what I want to do, you see how there's, you know, this is no lot, this is a lot number there. I want to figure out what these numbers mean and why this pair doesn't have it, because I think that's gonna you know, really give me some more knowledge about how to list things. And so I'm kind of like, what sucks about jean jackets for me personally is I have a very long torso. And so jean jackets normally ride up higher as it is. They kind of like right above the belt. And so for me, it's just like up to here. It looks ridiculous. And like, I want to wear jean jackets and like bomber jackets too, but I just can't. You know, it's the struggle of being tall. More Amazon returns. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna put it over with the other ones, and then we'll lot them up at the end of the day. Yeah, because I don't even want to mess with that. A bunch of books back here. I buy a bunch. What I do, one of the things I do on my account is I buy a bunch of books and I sell books. And even if I'm only making $1 to a book, because you get negative feedback so rarely on books, like either it's a book, if you list a book as an acceptable condition, it have to be really, really, really messed up to like make a buyer mad. And so really you only get good feedback off of books. And so for me to like secure my account, it's worth the potential loss, you know, in money, or to break even or whatever, to get more good feedback. So I sell a lot of books. One more pair of jeans. These are men's though. Always have scissors. Always, always, always have scissors, because you don't want to be tearing off tags, because they will leave little holes in the fabric. And on like a more delicate fabric, like this is men's jeans, silk or whatever, it's gonna mess up the fabric. Let's see. Mike says that's why I sell books. Yeah, dude, you're right. It's a good like safety barrier. Here's 2 North Face pants. Are these zip-offs? No, there's regular cargo pants. I don't know what the market for these are. Men's short. But the reason I bought these both, I think I might have even paid like $5 a pop for these, is because they're the same size. And I'm pretty sure I can sell a lot of North Face clothes for more than I can I'm pretty sure that I'll have an easier time selling a lot of North Face clothes as opposed to an individual pair, because like the brand is so valued. And these also are made of like nylon or polyester, so they're very light. And these are gonna, worst case scenario, they fit in a padded mailer. So I think I'll probably get 50 for those 2 pairs of jeans, 40 or 50. And if I really want them to move, I could do 30, and then I could just, it's only $6.90 to ship them. Bradderall Nation says, space is something I'm already seeing as a problem, and I'm not even fully functional. I can tell my girl is annoyed with a living room full of 90. Oh, is electronics. Yeah, you really got to get a different space. I really think that it's good for like your mental like awareness too, or whatever, like the way you plan your day to have a workspace as well, because you can go home and work, and you're gonna have a good like life work balance. Because otherwise, for me, when I worked out at home, which I did for a long time, I would work like 20 hours a day, because it would be right there in front of me, and I'd be like, oh, I have to do this. And even if it was like trudging along at like 4 a.m. and I was hardly getting work done like efficiently, I still felt like I had to. And so by having a separate warehouse space, like my first warehouse was only 400 square feet. It was basically a storage container, or a storage unit, I mean. And you can do that, and just keep your stuff there. And it'll just give you a reason to like, okay, I'm going to schedule Saturday as a work day. I'll be in my place for 8 hours, and it's just a better way of organizing your business, and like yourself as a person, I think, as well. I bought these LL Bean boots. This is 2 pairs. They're both women's size 8. I think I paid $8 for the each, and they're both soles are really solid conditions. They're both waterproof. And I think, again, I'll sell these as a lot as well. Probably $60 for the 2 pairs. They're going back. I have my shoes are back here. You can't even see it, but I'm going back into a different part of the warehouse. And I have all the clothes back here, like all the shoes and a lot of the lots of clothes. And that's like the more organized part of the warehouse, where you can just go back there and pick what you want, and there's no prepping goes on back there. So it's all very just like, okay, I'm gonna put this box here. It's gonna stay here for the until the world ends. I bought a few pairs of these 2 Levi's 501 XXs, and I believe that just means they have a heavier denim. But they're not Salvage. Yeah, they're not Salvage, but they kind of look like they could be. They have like the sewn down edge, but these are still good jeans as they are. 36, 31 too. That's like kind of a weird size, but these are going to be sold off individually. Yeah, more X's. This is a pair of 36, 36s. I might keep these for myself. That's the size I wear. They're kind of cool. Oh, they have a button fly too. Yeah, I don't know. The issue is though, I've got very big legs, and so a lot of the 501s, I just can't squeeze my legs into them. They don't fit. Someone mentioned earlier about suits. Here's all the suits I bought recently. A lot of two-piece suits, and these are just gonna go to swap.com, and they're gonna sell them, with the exception maybe of this suit. It's a woman's LL Bean blazer. I like LL Bean. I have a lot of LL Bean customers, so I might keep this myself and sell it. But the rest of the stuff, I just don't know enough about suits. And I bought them for $1 a piece, and so I'm pretty sure they'll sell. I just don't, I don't know how to sell them. Trash. I just have the trash all in a corner right now. I broke my I broke the dustpan. I stepped on it and just shattered it. I've gone through like 5 this year. It's terrible, and so all the trash is just in a corner now. And I got to go to Home Depot when I buy more boxes and buy a big dustpan as well. Those are the kind of things you don't ever see about in like a warehouse. The unglamorous things like, oh yeah, today I have to prep 6,000 pairs of jeans and then buy a new dustbin because I'm too messy. How much, Mike Brooks, how much did you have to start off with selling things? $0. Let me rephrase that. How much money did you have to start off selling things with? I had no money. I started when I was like 14. I would take things from my house and sell it, or I'd go to garage sales, I guess, or return cans and sell stuff. And then once I got a little bit of money, I began buying broken Xboxes on eBay and fixing them in my parents' basement, and then reselling them. I would reapply the heat sink. So I was living at home, and so I had like, I was a kid. I was like 15 or whatever. So I had like the stability of a household and that kind of stuff, but I didn't have like money saved up because I had no money at all. So it was all very like from the beginning. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, I've just been building off that ever since. Like when I was in college, I like bought gold and that kind of stuff, but it was like a franchise of a bigger company, and so they were doing all like the cash flow. And then what happened is I had a woman who, after the store was closed down, she found one more silver ring, and I couldn't buy it under the store, so I bought it myself. It was a silver turquoise elephant ring, like made in India, and I bought it for $1 because it weighed like 2 grams, and at the price that was, and at the current time, that was what we were paying for silver. And then I sold that ring for $45 a month later, and at that time I was working on a movie called The Wizard of Oz. I was a stunt double in that movie, and so I was taking online classes at Eastern Michigan, so I was taking 16 credits. I had just finished buying gold, and I was still doing that, and then I was working 60 hours a week, like nights, on a movie set as well. So it was very, 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 very stressful, and I just had to work a whole bunch to pay for like school and all that stuff. But that was kind of like when I got back into like reselling on like a fuller, more not fuller time basis, but I'm more like, I took it more seriously. Because I didn't think that ring would sell for $45. And so then I began buying a lot of scrap jewelry at like estate sales and reselling that and making money there. And that transitioned into my own business. I had a company called Bow Candy. I still do. And I published a book and just a whole bunch of stuff. But to say where it started, it didn't really start anywhere. It started when I was like 15 years old. And even before that, I'd have garage sales, and like even when I was a little kid, when I was like 5, I would try and sell these terrible watercolor paintings for $0.25 so I could go like buy candy at a liquor store around the corner. So it's kind of always been a thing I've been doing. But I would say, there's not really a starting point for me. I know a lot of people start with, $100, $200. It's not hard to do, especially if you're doing books on Amazon. When I started, there was no Amazon FBA, or at least I didn't know about it. I had no clue what it was. And so it was all just like a lot more difficult to hold inventory. But with FBA and books, and the fact you can buy books for, 20 cents or a quarter or 10 cents almost anywhere in the country, or you can get them for free. You put up a Craigslist ad saying, "Hey, I'll take your free books, and they'll take all your books away for free," and someone's going to reply. And so with that and FBA, I think it's a lot easier to get started with, like, you know, no money. And in fact, I have like 6 videos about like, hey, I found like 16 cans and $1 and change. And I think on my 10K challenge, I haven't updated it yet. I think I'm at $6,000. And actually the 2 months is up for me. So I failed. I didn't do it. But the issue is it took me 2.5 weeks to get my first shipment into the store. So like, I'm going to hit the 10,000. It's like, what I should have done is started my 2 months from my first live listing, and then I would have gotten it for sure. But I really underestimated how long it takes to like get things like prepped, especially like because I couldn't just go to a thrift store and comb and get the books. There was a whole like getting the change, like walking to the bookstore for my girlfriend's place, like all this stuff that I didn't really plan into. I was thinking solely in terms of like inventory turnover. So, you know, I guess I'll learn next time. These are 2 Woolrich shirts. I bought these for $2.29 a piece, and they're new with tags. I don't usually buy Woolrich shirts. If they're vintage, I will. But these are just like brand new with tags Woolrich shirts. I think the retail on these is $60. They're not going to sell for me for $60. I bought them to see if I could FBA them because I do FBA some clothes. I got a pair of like Hager dress pants over here that I'm in an FBA for like $40 as well because they're new with tags. You can't FBA clothes. You have to put them in a poly mailer with a choking hazard sticker on it. Or not sticker, but I mean like with a choking hazard warning on it. But beyond that, clothes are pretty easy to prep. This is kind of a cool Honda Joe Rocket racing fleece. Yeah, again, this is $3. Joe Rocket's kind of a cool brand that a lot of people who are into like racing and performance sports like. I wish it was leather. If it was leather, it'd be worth like $300, but it's not. It's fleece. It's kind of like Ferrari, like the same price range as like Ferrari fleece you'll get for a Joe Rocket fleece. This goes in the individual pile. This is oh cool, a spider fleece. In the video I made 2 days ago or whatever it was, Spider is one of the brands I compared, and Spider sells really well. There's not as much Spider for sale on eBay, and so it's going to sell fast, and it's got a really high sell-through rate. I think it was like a 80% sell-through rate of all the listings, which is really good. And that should be like $30. Here's a Pendleton. This is kind of like the LL Bean. It's a wool women's sport coat. I looked up what the difference between a sport coat and a blazer was because I had no clue. And I guess the difference is that all blazers are sport coats, but not all sport coats are blazers, right? It's like squares, or it's like, yeah, squares and triangles. And so a blazer is a sport coat that is navy with gold buttons. That's like what the dictionary said. So I could be, you know, that might not be like the used nomenclature, but that's what the dictionary told me, and so I'm inclined to believe that. Here's a women's medium North Face down jacket, puffer jacket. Again, this was a $20 is what the sticker price was, and then the final sale price after the coupon was whatever is 60% of that, so like $18. Oh yeah, these are some more individual things. Long sleeve North Face button down, $7. So I paid about $4.50 for it. I wish it was a bigger size. This is a large, tall. I keep it. It has the like the mesh around the neck. It's not vented. If it was vented, that would be a little bit more of a premium on the shirt, but it's not. It's still good though. This one, Ellen Fisher. I don't know a lot about it. It's like a cardigan type thing. Ellen Fisher's a good brand for women. It sells fast for me always. I paid $4 for it. It's oh yeah, it's also wool. This is I think actually this might be where the Commando Sweater is. LL Bean cable knit sweater with a cool collar neck. This thing's huge. What size is it? So I say large, but it's definitely fits bigger than that. Yeah, definitely fits bigger than that. Robert Banks sweater, pure wool. The tag's falling off. It was only $2. This is kind of a cool thing. This is a brand to look out for. It is Gotcho or something. Let me see. Yeah, Gotchu. I don't really know, but it has like a cool like geometric design, like a Kuji sweater, and it even has like the circled rips down, which is pretty cool. It's not wool; it's acrylic, so that kind of hurts the value on it. But these are still going for around 25 or 30 bucks. And the big keyword for those is geometric design. That's that's the money on them. This used electronics, no big deal. I paid $1.50 for these, and they'll go for 20 bucks probably. I'll put these in the with the VCRs. Those are just a small, standard size electronic. Polo Sport XXL vintage, again 20 bucks fast. Nothing too fancy about it. This is a brand I've sold before. Adriano Goldschmidt or something like that, or Goldschmied. It's like I think it's like a outdoorsy like horse ranch brand or something. And then the size on these are, let's see. $34. A lot of 34s. Now these were interesting. This is a pair of pants that I don't know if I totally should have bought it, but it's Carhartt. But I want you to look at the logo. I've never seen that Carhartt logo before. It's on the back as well. It says Mastercloth, best for Carhartt wear, work in progress. And they're camo pants, and camo pants always sell good. It's called the Savant pant. And so the tag doesn't look that old, but I just haven't seen them like this before. So these are going to go to the side for further research, but they're in great condition. I mean, if they are vintage, they were hardly worn, it looks like. The iHome with remote, you know, again, easy 30 bucks, 40 bucks, paid $5 for it. And I'll FBA that. This is a cool, it's a DVD player, but it's like a clamshell type look DVD player. $7 for it. Again, I'll get probably 40 out of it. This is pretty cool. It's a Hulk Hogan NWO phone, like a race car. Couldn't find any comps on this. This one again needs to get researched, but I'm guessing if it's like similar to other Hulk Hogan paraphernalia, NWO paraphernalia, it could be up there around 30 or 40 bucks. Pretty not bad at all. Venturi backpack. I've never heard of this brand. It was $7 and it came with these walking sticks too. And they're black diamond walking sticks. And that's a relatively good brand. So I think probably out of these two it's going to be profitable for sure. Again, haven't looked them up. I just know that this kind of stuff for $7 with walking sticks is probably a good deal. White Sierra, like windbreaker. It's got the Patagonia colors and kind of geometric right there. It's kind of like a Patagonia ripoff, I think, which I'm fine selling that, right? I mean, it's its own brand, obviously. It's not like copyright infringement, but they were trying to appeal to the same kind of like hiker person. And I've seen these sell for between 20 and 50 bucks. This design is not too fancy, and so I'm guessing around the 25 range. It'll also be on Etsy, not eBay, because that's an Etsy item, in my opinion. Don't sleep on stuff like this. Discontinued little home appliances. I paid $2 for this, and when I scanned it, it was $35. And I'm pretty sure the retail price was not that high, but it's the kind of thing that they don't make it anymore, and if you want one, you got to pay up for it. Seen any questions recently? I noticed a few people mention coffee makers as quick flips. Any experience with them? I've sold a few coffee makers, but I do it all FBA, so I don't really notice how long it takes. But I can't recall a time when it didn't sell, within a month or two. What's your average yearly net income from e-commerce? Not telling anyone that. Generally, you don't tell people how much money you make. Not good taste. It's also kind of opens you up to liability. Do you list every day? For example, say I source 20 items each week. Should I list them all in one day or spread them across the week with a few listings each day? It depends how you list them and where you're listing them. There is evidence that like listing daily on Etsy or eBay will get your store more traffic, but if it's on FBA, it doesn't matter. There's no like because they're like shared catalogs, your listing is not going to take precedence over someone else's listing for the same ASIN. It's going to go on price. But if you're Etsy or eBay, I'd recommend listing, more than once a week, I guess. I mean, as much as you can do. Kevin, does it affect sales either way? eBay. I'm not sure what the question was. Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, some people say that, and I haven't seen any hard evidence, but I can only use my anecdotal experience. That for sure, the more I've listed, the more traffic my listings get, especially on like Etsy and eBay. But I haven't seen any like official documentation, so take it what you want. And then Frankenbat, I didn't know it was a liability issue. Thanks. Yeah, generally don't ask anyone how much money they make if they're an entrepreneur, because they're not going to want to tell you, especially on a public forum. Because like let's say I get audited or whatever, they come back and watch this and be like, well, you said you made this, and that's like evidence for us to research you further, and it's just a big headache. And so a lot of people are comfortable like giving like revenue net numbers because those are going to be announced no matter what. But in terms of like income, like net income, like profit, that's just it's you don't want to ask anybody. I mean, it's kind of a rude thing to ask no matter what. Like I wouldn't go up to a stranger and be like, hey, how much money do you make? You're not going to ask like if you see a movie star, you say, oh, I love your work. How much do they pay you? Not really the same. Lauren makes $1 billion a week. Yeah, Lauren's doing pretty good. So are you taking photos of every pair of jeans there? No. What I'm doing is all the jeans that will sell for less than 40 bucks go in lots by size, size and cut. And so I take like 2 pictures of the jeans, and then what's it called? For the ones over 40, I will do measurements and individual pictures, but it's not worth my time to list anything under 40 individually. The sell-through rate is just not high enough. And then Frankenbat goes, how much revenue income? Man, you are really stuck up on money, huh? If you want to get into this, it's not because of how much money you can make. It's about like the freedom and control over your life. Like don't worry about how much money you can make as much money as you want. You can make $10 million a year doing what I do. if you wanted to work hard enough at it and you were able to have like the self-discipline to only focus on like the most profitable endeavors, but just like don't get hung up on the money, you know? It's just not a good thing to do. Your mentality should be like, this gives me more control over my life, and I can control my income. Not doing this will get me X amount of dollars, because inevitably, whenever you like plan for a destination, a lot of it's just like, let's say I want to go to, you know, Miami Beach. Okay, well I can go there. It can suck. I want to go somewhere warm. I can go anywhere then, you know. And that's the kind of thing, like, I want to make $10,000 versus I want to make money to like have control over my life. You know, you want to look at it that way. You're not trying to get somewhere. You're trying to get to like a, you know, not a mindset, but like just a point in your life where there's more freedom for you. And so you want to look at it through the mentality of like, these are things I can do to make more money. Because like I said, whenever you have like a fixed number in mind, it's just not gonna, you're gonna be making decisions that are not necessarily the best off for your like overall healthier business. Come down to Orlando? I wish. I want to go. I usually go to St. Petersburg like once a year. And I think my girlfriend and I are going to go in a few weeks. I'm going to Hawaii, so I got to see how much work I can get done. But if I can get done enough to like feel safe going down for a weekend, I'm totally going to go down to St. Petersburg, and hopefully I can do something down there, because I know there are a lot of resellers in the area. And so I'd love to at least like, you know, like get coffee somewhere for like a few hours and have like a meetup for like, you know, 5 people would be cool. We could just like talk about this stuff, you know, instead of me talking to a camera. Almost been an hour. Let's do 4 hours, right? 4 hours of this. World premiere. Oh boy. I've been thinking about expanding my content on YouTube. I think I want to do stuff beyond, you know, the reseller-oriented niche, and just like not just like random things, but I think that there's more. You know, like what that previous person just said. Like, there's more to than just making money. To, you know, like having like control over your life. It isn't all like, it isn't just profit. You know, it's about doing things that make you feel like you have control or give you control. Because someone who doesn't have control over their life is going to act irrationally, or is more prone to act irrationally. So I've seen in my experience. These are a lot of the same size jeans. Has anyone noticed the massive increase in FedEx Smart Post? I haven't, no. I know everything went up, but I haven't noticed a massive increase. I just buy through, when I do FedEx, it goes through like Shopify, or it goes through eBay, and they have big discounts. So I have noticed a big difference now. I know Lauren has a good YouTube channel too. If you want to watch his stuff, he's the one kind of talking now in the comments. I think if they just click on your name, they can go to it. I think Lauren, right? He does a lot of cool stuff. Like I think he had a really good video on like packaging stuff recently, similar to what I do, but just a different perspective. And if you just type in Lauren Wilcock, LOREN space WILLCOCK, he's got. How many videos do you have up? I have no clue, but I know I've seen like 5 recently about resale. Wow. These are a pair of size 1 jeans. How is anyone this small? I just see these and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, how? I don't understand it. How can your body, how can you exist in this world? 26 inches. The waist is 26 inches. I couldn't fit these on my thigh. Jesus. Oh, my allergies are acting up. Ugh. The weather's just been nuts in Michigan the past few days. It's been up and down the past few weeks even. It's been like, you know, negative 15 and like 50 like 2 days later. And all that weather changing and the pressure changes just mess up my my sinuses real bad. And my allergies go off the charts. Huh. Yeah, there are some spammers here. That's kind of weird. I don't know why they're spamming this, but whatever. The issue about that spamming is like, it's not loud, you know, like it's not gonna interrupt what I'm saying. I guess it's gonna make it more difficult to have like a conversation back and forth, but like, I don't care, you know. This isn't like a really like interactive video. It's more just like background noise, so who cares? And I guess probably that might even help though, right? If there are more active viewers and more engagement in the video, that might even increase its visibility. I messed up here. I bought this sweater with a stain in it. It's, I don't know if you can tell. And I'm thinking, like, you know, maybe I should try and get it out, you know? But, I don't know, it's a Raider sweater. It's extra large. Is it NFL gear? Yeah, it's like a licensed deal. But I just don't, I mean, I don't know. I don't really like cleaning things. And so I think I'm more prone just to, like, throw it out. I only paid $1 for it, so I'm kind of like, you know, why would I even bother, right? Here's a Columbia jacket I snagged for $1. It's got a lot of wear in it, you can see. But the reason I bought it is because it's fleece lined. And like fleece line stuff, that's a good keyword for resale. So when I can say like Columbia fleece line jacket, and I only paid $1 for it, I believe it'll fit into a, I don't know. I mean, it weighs under 2 pounds. So if I put it at like 25 bucks, I think it'll sell, and I'll make, you know, $8 off of it. I don't know though. I think actually this one's gonna go into a Aardvark Lots box, and I'll just put it for $2 in that because I don't think it's worth it for me to sell. I grabbed these two together. So this is a, they're both Jordan apparel. It's a medium Jordan t-shirt, and then a medium Jordan like crew neck sweater or sweatshirt with like the giraffe print sleeves or whatever it is. And I wouldn't normally have bought those, but they're both medium, so I can lot it up together and, you know, sell it as a lot of things. And, you know, once again, whenever you can do lots, you're saving on shipping, and then you're also removing competitors. And so if I can sell 2 things, someone says, okay, am I gonna, a customer, for example, wants to buy like an Air Jordan pair of clothing. Is he gonna buy the one thing he likes that he's okay with, or like, oh, I like both these and it's cheaper per item? And so my theory on that is like, okay, it's definitely just gonna, whenever you can lot things up, you're providing more value per transaction. And not only is it make it easy for you to pack and pick because, okay, here's, you know, half as many SKUs or a third as many SKUs. Also, it just more money per sale, right? You always want to be increasing that. Let's see. Wow, a lot of spam. Huh. And I think they're all gone now, though. That's funny. I'll be here all day. Oh, I bought this for me. I went to school here. I graduated, whoops-a-daisy, from Eastern Michigan. I studied political economy and anthropology. If you're curious about me, I feel like there's not a lot of information about me on there on the channel, though, you know? Like, I don't have a lot of info that pertains to who I am. I couldn't tell if this was vintage. I think it might be vintage. It's a Guess t-shirt, and it has this kind of cool vintage Guess tag on it, and it has like a 90s spell out type deal. It isn't the cool like ASAP Rocky striped shirt, which those are a gold mine, right? But it is still pretty cool, and there's no cracking on like the main logo. It's all solid. I don't know what the price on this is going to be. Again, it has to go in the research pile. This goes in the Blake pile though. And I don't know. You know, again, I paid $1 for it, so anything more than $1 is profit, right? This is another thing I bought for myself, I think, too. Yeah, Mike Williams jersey. I have season tickets for the Lions in Detroit, and so I like buying a lot of Lions gear, a lot of like throwback stuff. I got my Sanders jersey. I got a Mike McMahon jersey. I love that stuff. And like for anybody who's a football fan at all, like I'm pretty sure the only people who know who Mike McMahon are like Rutgers fans and like Lions fans, because he didn't have a career at all. He was like Joey Harrington's backup, which if you know anything about the NFL, being Joey Harrington's backup is like probably one of the most humiliating jobs you could possibly have. That's like being backup to, I don't know, what, I can't even think of a comparable situation. Nor can I find my scissors. You know, I had scissors. I had them somewhere. Aha! Mike McMahon was like, if this is a clean t-shirt, damn. Look at this. Columbus vodka. But it's like dead stock though. Like it's got like the tag just looks like never been worn. It's so crisp. let's see. Have a seat to how do you list items that you're not sure are authentic, possibly fake? I don't sell much, like expensive brands. You know, no. I guess there are fake Levi's, but like, I don't know. I don't sell anything like I don't know, like like Gucci or whatever. I don't sell any of that stuff. The Jordan, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be fake. I don't know. If someone complains about a $15 fake Jordan T-shirt, then they're gonna complain. I don't know. That's like the issue. Like a lot of Nike stuff too. You get these idiot kids who are like 18 years old who are like, "This is so fake," and they have no clue at all. Like they just saw someone say it was fake on like Instagram when they posted. Someone was this is what happens. They post it on Instagram. Someone gets jealous. They say it's fake. The person who buys it is an idiot and has no clue how to like authenticate things, so they assume it's fake because not assuming it's fake would involve some level of like self-confidence or whatever. And it just same with Supreme too. That those brands it sucks selling those because your customer is so stupid, so dumb. I mean, not only are they paying $80 for a hat, which means they're pretty dumb in the first place. They're oftentimes like kids, you know, they're underage. And so you have no recourse. If they file a chargeback, they can just say, "Oh, sorry, I'm under 18. Like, I couldn't legally use this credit card," or whatever it is. You know, so much dumb stuff. And so, like, I say for that, don't stay away from eBay for Supreme. I mean, people make money doing that, but oftentimes, like, your best bet is, like, sell it on your own Shopify store or an Instagram store, just because it's, there's a lot of people who get suspended for selling, like Gucci or whatever, which I don't sell that. I stick to like mall brands mostly, and so I'm buying things for $1 and selling them for $40 or whatever, not like buying things for $50 and selling for $300 like a lot of guys do. This is kind of a cool. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a Nautica competition, like vintage Nautica, but it's a cutoff, and those don't really sell as well, I've noticed. Yeah, I bought a lot of t-shirts here. Just 2XL. No, just a large. NASA stuff sells good. Yeah. There's a lot of bootleg NASA stuff still, but NASA isn't really too keen about their brand integrity. And so you can pretty much sell anything NASA for $20. I've sold a bunch of NASA t-shirts just like with the basic NASA logo. Jägermeister shirt. Alcohol brands do well too. People love wearing the brand they're drinking. This is going in the Etsy store. It's like I don't even know what the word is, but it's a Colorado shirt, right? And if you look at it closer, it's got like, it's like sparkly. Can you tell if it's sparkling? Not really. But it is. It's like all sparkling and purple. So I think I'm going to toss it up on Etsy with like the keywords like hummingbird flower and Colorado and like sparkles. Keyword stuff does way better for me on Etsy. Oh, some more EMU gear. 2XL. Yeah, I buy a lot of stuff for myself. At this, there's a Salvation Army that's like by the college I went to, and they usually get all the like the excess inventory. Disney, licensed Disney Mickey Mouse shirt, 2XL, good size for Disney stuff. There's a lot of fat people who like Disney. This is a cool shirt. Obey stuff. I was just telling my friend, like, I think that Obey stuff is going to be worth a lot of money in like 10 years. Oh, nice. I just got an offer on a lot of jeans. That's great. This is a cool Obey shirt, though. But Obey stuff, this is only worth like 15 bucks on eBay. But I think in like 5 or 10 years, Obey streetwear is going to be what like Nautica is now, where it's like, you know, like this shirt will be worth like 40 bucks in 5 years. I think. Don't quote me on it. I'm going to go on my computer real quick and accept that offer before something happens. Making lots of sales today. What? Yeah, sure, dude. He writes in all caps, "Back again! Figured I'd see with 4 E's if I could catch these with the others to save you on shipping." Yeah, sure, dude. Oh, I think he must have bought some other stuff. Good for thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And then he bought a Nike Dry Fit Bimbo Athletic Club. Yeah, sure, dude. Cool. Yeah, that's an easy $100 I just made. I don't know what this guy says with "back again." Because he's oh, no, he did! Ha ha ha! He bought 10 pairs of jeans for me. That guy's paid me $200 basically. Thank you, Mike. So I guess just to like run that down, I just sold 10 pairs of jeans and 1 shirt for $210, and out of those items, that cost me $11, and then shipping on those is going to be, it's only 2 customers, so shipping is going to be $20 total, I'd guess. Nice, not bad. I wonder if this guy's a reseller, and he has like a store maybe, because he's buying, I mean, I don't know, maybe. Oh, these are all men's jeans now. Okay, I see. Who's all here still? Is anybody actually listening? Listening, or are y'all listening? Are you listening, or are you listening? That's funny. If you're here, I don't know, say something. I haven't had as much luck, though, with lots of button-down shirts. Really, lots of jeans is like the only thing I'm really having luck with. Lots of like button-down shirts, not so good. Oh, here it is. Here's the Commando Sweater I told you about earlier. So what? Yeah, this design is called a Commando Sweater, and it's got like canvas shoulder patches right here, and then it's got like the same canvas right here on the arm, and it's like a cable design. It's a large, and then it's 100% merino lamb's wool. Really, really great condition, and then the sleeves are folded up too, and it looks like that's part of the design because as you examine the sleeves, the hem is on the outside on the bottom, and so I think they're meant to be rolled up like that, like the way a turtleneck is for your neck, but like a turtleneck sleeve. And that's, yeah, again, $30-40, and I paid $4 for it. I've never heard of this brand, Fabio Ingramini, but it has a dry clean sticker on it, and so if it's good enough to get dry cleaned, good enough to get researched at least, you know? No harm in doing research. No harm at all. Yeah, Lauren's, not only is he vegetarian, he is a vegan, and he's, like a lifestyle vegan as well, so he's totally committed in every aspect. North Face fleece shell, youth large, $4. Should go for 20. Should go in a day. North Face puffer jacket with the hood. Is it down? If it's down, I really got lucky on this one. Oh, it is down. Wow. It's a down North Face, like puffer quilted jacket. Oh, I only paid 18 bucks for it too. With the hood. Dang, homie. Yeah, not a bad jacket at all. That should get me 80 bucks, I guess. Yeah, 80 bucks for the hood. Citizens of Humanity. That's a good brand, right? They're men's jeans, though. Gotta research those more. That stack of VCR DVD players. Oh, you're a Nipsey? Cool. Yeah. These all here, these are all broke. Yeah, those are, I have those listed for parts right now. I was just curious if they could sell for parts, and I don't think they are. I might get $1 or $2 for them, and I don't really want to use the space to store broken electronics, and I can't FBA them because they're broken, and so I'm kind of like, what do I do with these? I'd like to just like sell them to someone locally, you know, like $3 a unit, and they can list them, because these sell buy it now for like 30 or 40 bucks broken for the parts, right? But they don't sell nearly as fast as a fixed unit, and so I'm kind of like, you know, it's not worth my time, but it's worth someone's time, so I don't want to throw them away. I want to sell them for like $3. Oh, I love this one. This one is so cool. Check this out. That's a Red Wing starter jacket. And look at the front. This is so clean. Ah! I love this. Yeah, I paid $7 for it. I didn't have a coupon either, so I paid full asking price. But like $7 for this. NHL starter gear is not like the best market, but this is so clean. I mean, there's got to be somebody who I can sell it to for locally for 30 bucks. That isn't a crazy price. Who is the nut job in the chat? I don't know. If someone's saying stupid stuff, just ignore them, you know? Like, who cares? They're an idiot. I've owned this for like a year and a half. I bought it because it was new with tags. And it was made in Malaysia, and it's called Mazamba. Mazamba, new with tags, and it's been years. I've never been able to find, or a single thing about it. A single thing. Yeah, if someone's talking about dumb stuff, just ignore them. Don't even worry. My biggest complaint about the internet is like when someone says something dumb or inflammatory, everyone reacts. Why? If I see a crazy person in the street like screaming like, I'm gonna kill everyone, I'm not gonna like, hey, you shouldn't do that. I'm just gonna walk away, take my life elsewhere. I don't know why we feel like online we have the obligation to like, hey, don't say that. Like, just, I don't know. I just don't get invested in strangers like that. Steve Vash, I got 3 VCRs from the Westland Value World. Only one worked, but they were $3 a piece, and I had a half-off coupon. Nice, Steve. That's awesome. Yusuf. Ooh. Sold today, 90 bucks. Dude, that's good, man. That's 90 bucks, free money, basically. You found something, and you used your knowledge to add value to it. That's money you made, man. Congratulations. Dude, good for you. That's awesome. I think Yusuf, you've been having some issues too, and like so, having this sale must be so validating for you. Like you know you can do it now. I mean, how much work did that take? An hour of work? A half hour of work? If you did that in a half hour of work, you can make that's you making $180 an hour. It's not bad at all, right? And now you just gotta, expand that, scale it, and once you do, this is like why I'm saying, like, okay, you could get caught up on how much money you're making, but what's more important is like you did this yourself. You made $90 on your own with basically no one's help, and now you can go do it again with that money you made. How many more VCRs can you get? If you can buy 6 more VCRs and turn them for the same amount of profit, you're looking at $500 almost. Not bad, not bad at all. Got some more great Red Wings gear. I paid $15 for this. It's an XL. I love this. Again, so clean. The only issue is that they staple on the price tags at this thrift store. It's actually a Value World. Speaking of that, Steve, it's a Value World. It's the one in Ipsy. I go to there on my lunch break once in a while, and I'll just buy what I think looks cool. I do a lot more vintage shopping there, or purses. I get some great purses there. I found like a Dooney and Burke purse there. I'll find some Kate Spade purses, and I found a King Ranch leather purse that was monogrammed, right? So you're thinking, oh, boo, no sale. I sold a monogrammed purse with someone's initials, and it was not the person who bought its initials, for $45 on eBay in like 3 days. Yeah, I love this. It's got a detachable hood too. I think this might even be a hideaway hood. Man, this is a great deal. NHL gear. It isn't like a Reebok or a Nike, but it's NHL brand. And it's got the dual zipper. I don't know what the price on this is, but again, this is gonna be a local flip, I think. Anything Red Wings gear, I try and do locally because you save so much on shipping. I think it's more annoying when they write the price in pen and marker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's like a grease pen, and like all you can really do to get rid of it is like acetone. Basically, it sucks. I know. I hate the grease pen too. Now this is a weird jacket I bought. Right? I have never heard of this brand before in my entire life. It's clearly vintage, right? And it's Saint Jacques. And it says Everest on there. I paid $6 for it, and it's got leather on it, and it's down. But that's not what's really cool about it. The reason I bought this, because normally I wouldn't buy a brand with no comps. I just wouldn't do that. It's usually a waste of your money. 9 times out of 10, or maybe even more than that. 49 out of 50 times. It's just a bad brand that's wasting money. But when you are buying vintage things, right, sometimes you can be more reliant upon the keywords than the actual brand. And so someone might be looking for an item like this, and what they'd be looking for is not the brand, but when I looked at the tag to examine what it was insulated with, and it's a down insulation. Where is the tag? Actually, it's not down insulate. No, polyester insulation, so it's not down. But made in Finland. Now, I can name you one thing that's made in Finland, and that is Nokia. Nokia phones, and that's actually, they don't make them in Nokia in Finland anymore. That's like a brand out of there. Finland is not known for their industrious nature. And so my thoughts are, okay, for $8, is someone going to pay up for a vintage made in Finland coat? Probably. LL Bean women's outdoor parka, $4. Easy flip. Has the hideaway hood too. Yeah, that's always good. Whenever you can find the hideaway hood and back, that's always going to give you a faster sale. I don't really think it increases the value that much. It just is a keyword. Like hooded jackets are something people look for, and LL Bean's a good brand. Myself personally too, I really buy a lot of LL Bean clothing because it just stands up, And if it doesn't, if it you know, there's something wrong with it, they will repair it for free. And so everything has a lifetime warranty. Even in like this day and age of like you know, schemes to rip off companies with online returns, they're still doing it. So I like them a lot. 85 minutes. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Patagonia Men's XL Piled Fleece Patagonia Vest. Oh! I'm wearing $100 right now. If it was new. Man, I feel... Oh, something in the pockets? Yes! Oh, it's a check stub. Someone wrote Costco, $449.57. Well, no money, but isn't this nice? Look at this. I feel like I should, like, you know, be going to college in like the Pacific Northeast. I should be in Vermont. Oh, I might keep it myself. Vests are dumb though, because like who needs to be warm right here? When I get cold, I get cold in my arms. I get cold in my fingers. This part of my body's doing fine. Oh, it's got a little stain on it too. Whatever. This is a nice jacket. It's got a little stain in the front. A little, but it's not. A little nasty. Whatever. This is, you know, I paid $8 for this, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep it. Just I'll wear it tonight. It's nice though. It's very nice. Hey, oh, be on the lookout for these. These look stupid, right? They're dumb. Skechers shape-ups, but they sell for like 50 or 60 bucks. Especially in these are in decent condition. They're not in great condition, but like you're not gonna see any wear on the soles, and there's no tearing on the back heel. So I paid $8 for these, and they should sell. They're women's, so they're gonna fit into like a box very easily. But yeah, shape-ups are kind of like a sleeper, in my opinion. I got these shoes too. I pulled these out before I started the video. So some cool, it's like kids or maybe women's Jordans. I wonder if this is my girlfriend's size. 7 youth. No. Too small for her. The North Face. Little kid's jacket. Paid $6 for it. Just a shell. It's a youth medium, or a boy's medium. I probably shouldn't have paid up for this like I did. I probably only should have paid $1 for it. It's a high vet, nothing particularly nice, but whatever, it'll sell fast. This is pretty cool too. This is a cool Tommy Jeans sweater. And I could not find any comps for this, but it's very 90s, very vintage, you know, very retro or whatever. Pretty cool. I wouldn't say retro. It's yeah. I would definitely say this could be. I don't know. $40, $30. But the thing about this stuff though is it doesn't sell. If it's like a very notable brand or a very notable design, like a big color block or a big flag, it'll sell like that. But that is not so like in your face. Pair of Doc Martens. Paid $12 for these. These will sell for, you know, $50, and they'll sell pretty fast. Not the best margins in the world, but I like selling shoes. It's fun. I like shoes. They're cool. Boots more. I don't like sneakers. I'm not a big like sneakerhead basketball shoes kind of guy. Excuse me. I like boots though. Big fan of boots, work boots, hiking boots, all that stuff. Some more men's jeans. This is a women's new with tags Ralph Lauren wool fleece type deal or wool sweater type deal. I think it'll go for like 40 or 50 bucks. It's kind of old. It was it's like 2 or 3 years old, but it's brand new. It's got some garbage on it too. It fell out of a box and fell onto the floor of my warehouse. So it's got like little pieces of junk on it. Whatever though, it'll clean up fine. There's no like defects, so whatever. What I'm really curious about is how this video does after it goes live. I'm curious if there are people who want to like find more. That's a cool Under Armour jacket. Find like I know there's those videos that are like their sole purpose is to like make a sound, right? And I forget what the word is. There's some word for sounds. It's like a video where it has like a stereo mic and it says like you put headphones on, it makes your skin crawl. Oh, I forget what it is. There's a word for that though. If anybody knows it, say it. Blake, what is the most money you have found in pockets? $2 for me. I found $100 once in pockets. It was my pair. It was a pair of my jeans, but I still found it. ASMR, yeah. The most I've ever found, I found a gift card for $20 in a book, like last week. And that's my biggest find. Do you ship shoes for on the cheap? Priority mail in a small box. That's how I do it. And if they're like small, like flats, women's shoes, I'll put them in a bubble mailer, a flat rate pad bubble mailer. Columbia 3-in-1 interchange titanium tech jacket. This is a nice jacket. Omnitech. I think again, this might be a local flip, just because it's going to be expensive to ship. I think I could put this up for like $30 on like OfferUp, and it would sell faster than on eBay, I think. Women's quilted Ralph Lauren. No size in this though, I gotta measure that. But this is a good find for sure. Have you ever have issues with FBA shipments sitting as delivered at the Amazon warehouse for longer than usual? I don't know. I might. I sell, 100 items a day, so I don't really keep track of what it is. But I do know that occasionally Amazon messes up. They are like any company where they're going to have errors. So, I mean, I believe it, but for me, no, I don't keep track. Yeah, sell light bulbs. I have 2 over there I just bought. LL Bean. This thing right here that's got embroidery. I want to see if I can take that out. You can just use like a little like knife thing on the back of here and take the embroidery out. I want to see how it does for this, because if this like, it's called like a piled fleece or pilled fleece, one of the two. They sell pretty well, and this is a vintage LL Bean too. It's got the old tags. But I gotta see if I can do a little work on that. And if it does sell for more, if I can get it out, I wouldn't doubt if that goes for $40. Yeah, I paid $3 for it, so it was worth the risk. Steve, who's around the corner, goes, I have never found money in pockets. Just started having my wife help me, and she finds $3 first day. Yeah. Well, she's good luck, man. Sounds like you have a lucky wife. Yeah, we'll see if I can take that out. Here's another brand you want to look out for. Duluth Trading Co. This is a 2XL tall canvas jacket with like vents in the sides. It's almost like a trench coat. Again, I had it for $10. At $10, because I could wear this myself. Like, that's the size I wear for this kind of stuff. Not the worst investment. I usually have a pretty easy time selling Duluth Trading Company. I sell a lot more like men's, like plus size, tall stuff. So maybe I have more customers for that. I don't know. But they definitely, like, when these guys shop, their price is less of a consideration. Just pulling the staples out, that's all. Just pulling the staples out. Yeah, I like this. It's nice. I don't know what you even call this though. It's like a safari jacket, but it's heavy, heavy canvas. I don't know, I'll look up. I think they have style numbers. It's like, yeah, it's like got venting and stuff. Very cool. Run-of-the-mill, vintage ski jacket. Wow. I paid $14 for this. That was probably pretty dumb. I would not do that again. Farrah, it's a decent brand. I must have thought it was only $4.10. I must not have seen that one. I would have been here at $4, but this might not sell. This is gonna be an Etsy thing as well. Another Etsy item. I like Etsy a lot more than eBay. I've said that a whole bunch. I think these are the Salvage Jeans, yeah. So, let me just see. For everyone who's watching, these are Salvage Jeans, right? And you can tell because they have this line right here. So a lot of jeans will have this on the exterior, this sewn down, but then this line right here is the self edge. So it isn't just these two, it's these in the middle that denote the salvageness of them. And I paid $8 for these. Yeah, $8. And the Lucky Brand Salvage Jeans should fetch me $30. And should be a relatively fast flip too. Salvage Jeans, they didn't really become popular in America until the early 2000s, but they were the way they made jeans in Japan for pretty much the entire time after World War II. Whereas in America, around the 60s or 50s, we began to use shuttle looms, which didn't create the self-edge on the jeans. But there's no tears in these. There's a few like dirt marks, but whatever, they're distressed. People like that. And here's some Orvis, some vintage Orvis jeans. Men's vintage Orvis. I have never sold vintage Orvis before, but they're $3, and I sold tons of Orvis, so I feel fine taking that risk. I couldn't find any comps for vintage Orvis either, and I did not look on Etsy. The thing about Etsy, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. You can't check sold listings on Etsy. You can see things that sold, but you can't see the price. And so that kind of helps to a seller's advantage sometimes, because you can't have buyers be like, oh, well, this sold for $8 yesterday. This sold yesterday for this much. I'm not going to pay that much. They're more like, is it worth it to them? It creates a much more intimate buying experience. Ugh. Starship Troopers. Book on tape. That's what I would be playing normally right now, but I'm filming a video. I'm doing a live stream. It's been over an hour and a half. Wow. 16 folks watching. Oh, I got a thumbs down. I bet it was that guy who was mad. If you're here, give it a thumbs up. Do you ever wonder what must go on in someone's mind who like actively goes out of their way to like just say just stupid things on the internet? Like it must be, I feel ignored, you know? They must just feel ignored. Otherwise, why else would they revert to such like just a juvenile way of getting attention. You know, it's almost just like peeing your pants, basically. I just don't. I cannot rationalize that behavior. At least not for my own doing. If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. No, Salvage. So it's Salvage, not Salvage. Salvage. SELVEDGE, and it's a type of jeans. It's where they sew. It stands for self, or it came from self edge, which is the jean is sewn back into itself to relieve fraying. And so it's a type of jean. Just YouTube Salvage Jean, excuse me, and you'll see a bunch of videos about it. It's SELVEDGE, Salvage. Madewell jeans, 2634. That is a tall, skinny woman. Wow, that's 2634. That's crazy. That is like a praying mantis. Vintage LL Bean warm-up jacket. Yeah, nothing too fancy. We'll go in the Etsy store. Getting a little warm in here, so I changed hats. Oh boy. This is gonna just totally boost my minutes watched, I think. In your experience, what works best for structuring the titles in your listings? Brand, first size, color? Doesn't matter, I don't think. You want to make sure you have the brand and the size. I mean, obviously, just have those things in there. It's not really going to matter much at all. Look at this. This was originally 40 bucks and got marked down to 15 until I snapped on it, or I popped on it, or whatever you want to call it. Really, really aggressive colors. I've had good luck selling this kind of stuff. It's a little late in the season, but there's still spring break, you know, so hopefully I can get a bunch of like college students snatching up spring break stuff. It's also got a, you know, again, a hidden hood in there, so that's always good, the hood. I think that's all the new stuff. Well, no, I mean, there's a whole bunch of old stuff still. That's all the new stuff. Cool, Kevin. Make some money. This is a nice sweater. This is a wool LL Bean sweater. I bet it's so warm, but also so itchy. So itchy. It's a good like ski cabin sweater. Like if you're like sitting by like the fire at like a ski lodge, you want to be wearing this bad boy. So warm, so itchy though. Tap out sells, tap out track jacket. This will go for 30 bucks. Somebody is gonna wear it and they're gonna harass a bouncer in it. You're gonna go to a nightclub and just get really upset when the bouncer says, "Sorry, you and your friends are too drunk." He's gonna go, "What are you talking about?" And he's gonna take his jacket off and try and fight him. That's who I think wears tap out. Could be wrong. Oh no! No! It's missing the zipper. God damn it. This needs a whole new... well, I'm an idiot. It's not even worth getting fixed. Garbage! Shorts. Going to swap. Fat, out of shape guys wear tap out. So these jeans right here, these are not Salvage, right? Not Salvage. I'm going to show you real quick the difference. Because at like first glance, they look identical, right? These look so similar. But you see, these have the little line in the interior and these don't. That's the difference. Are these women's jeans? 28. Yeah, the most two common sizes of women's jeans for me are 28s and 34s. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Hey! Getting bored measuring jeans. Bored. My brothers both backed out of working this weekend. Those lazy little turds. 32. I'm just kidding, they work hard. But my one brother is having like a pre-birthday party. What the hell is a pre-birthday party? You have your birthday party and that's it, but you don't got a party before the party. That makes no sense. No sense at all. And my other brother's sick. Boo-hoo. That's the hardest thing, is finding people to work. Finding good people to work. People who like will show up and can do their jobs competently. It's amazing how hard it is to find competent people. It truly is. The world is full of people who have no intention of doing a good job. They tap out of the Chinese buffet. That's funny. Good one. Good one. Victorinox. They make watches. And so I assume any watch company bold enough to make a shirt can't be all bad. A jacket. Ugh. So this is a Pendleton large men's wool sweater, but it's clearly not a large, right? It's like it's been shrunken down. And so this is, I'm kind of unsure what to do with this. I paid like $3 for it. It's Pendleton, and it's wool. It could be women's, actually. What the heck? I thought men's shirts, I don't know. I was under the impression that it was men's shirts had buttons on the right, and women's had them on the left. But these buttons are very, very tiny, and buttons don't shrink, you know? So, I don't know what explains that. Oh, God, I cannot do anything right. I just, literally, my second button, I buttoned in the wrong hole. So if this was a men's large, it would be about 24 inches in the chest from pit to pit. But it's definitely not. It is probably closer to like 18, which will make it a men's small. But I have to make sure the sleeves are the right length too. And I've just been kind of sitting on this for a few weeks because like I didn't want to measure it, and I was busy. And let's just take a look though. I would. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Could be a youth large. So that the pit to pit on this, I just hope that it shrunk evenly. 21. So that's like a men's medium. Or a small. Small probably. Because it's an external shirt. And then the sleeve. Oh boy. $27. This is like a men's small. And the sleeves are kind of short. I don't know, we'll see. But for $3, Polo, Ralph Lauren fleece. You know, just, this stuff just sells. It's not particularly cool, but the brands get a lot of sales. Any other questions? If you have a question or you're bored or whatever, just say something. Just pop in and say hi. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I usually pay someone to do it too, but I could not this weekend, and I'm going to Hawaii in 5 days, and I do not want to be behind when I get back. So, I'm working, putting in some extra hours. Listing clothes sucks. It's boring. It's not fun, but it's a way to make money. And also, I mean, like, honestly, the main reason I do it is to make videos, you know? Like, I could make so much more money doing other things, but that stuff doesn't really translate to video that well. And so, by selling clothes, that's a very accessible way to make money for a lot of people. And so I do it like that, because then you can watch this and do it yourself and make your own money. And then we'll get into the more advanced things, you know, a couple years down the line. More Red Wing stuff. Again, local flips. I paid $12 for that. I'll sell it for 30. Whatever. This is for my girlfriend, Ashley. She's not watching, but it's a cool adventure time. Little thing. Boy, I am so bored. Almost 2 hours, though. Nike vintage crew neck. Sells fast. Boring. Okay, that's good for now. Oh boy. Are there any more women's clothing over there? I know where there is. So I previously intended on selling these things all individually, and that proved to be a fruitless and quite frankly stupid endeavor. So I measured out like 100 pairs of jeans individually, and like 3 or 4 pairs sold. It was just a nightmare. I thought I could put them at 25 or best offer and I'd get more offers. False! No offers. So many people, especially when you're selling women's clothing, in my experience, people who buy women's clothing are less likely to put out offers, and I think it's because they're women and they don't feel as comfortable negotiating. That's the only thing I can think, because like literally every lot of men's clothes I sell, I'll get a best offer on, and every single women's clothing I sell never gets an offer. And I've sold, thousands of items. Whatever. I will get to those later. Later. I wish it showed you, like in the video, how many minutes were being watched. It might. Wow, it does. 35 total hours of view time. You guys are nuts. Oh my god. Oh, I see. That's how it works. Wow, 35 hours. That's crazy. 28, 34. 30, 30. This is 31. No go. Oh, but these have no... That's stupid. Someone took the hem out. Well, these are trash. Someone took the hem out. Something smells like cigarette smoke in here. I think one of these pairs of jeans was a smoker. A smoker owned them. A filthy, disgusting smoker. Wow, these are 30 by 25. That's such a small pair of jeans. Oh, post office is here. This woman is not very pleasant. No, she is not. $34. These are way over here. You gotta order. Oh, computer got unplugged. Does it cut you off? I just had someone return a remote control she bought 7 months ago. The sale was gone, so she just stuck an envelope asking for $5. She paid. No way. I would never pay that back. Last week, I had a lady tell me she wanted to return a shirt. Her reason is because the shirt is blue, and she goes, it's more like a sky blue. That's insane. I hate people like that. Like, who do you think you're buying used clothes, you know? Like, don't, if you're that picky, go to a store and buy something. Right? Like, the value you're providing in online sales is that you can stay at home and buy stuff still, you know? It isn't like a personal concierge. That would cost a lot more. Oh, that's nuts. So here's our first lot of jeans. These 4 right here are all Levi's skinny jeans, women's 29s, or a size 3, I think. Okay, one down. And a lot of these are just gonna go off, and they're gonna go to swap, or they're gonna go to aardvarklots.com. One of the two. So bored. Alright, I gotta start listing these, so we're cutting the video short. It is only 2 hours, not 4 hours. 2 hours is still a long time. Wish me luck. I'm listing now. See you later.